Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also limbo in love.
Like us.
Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play Music.
And please rate, review, like, and subscribe on any of the devices that you listen to. Much appreciated. All right, so episode 58 is, should you be an open book to your boo?
Yes.
Yes. That is Jennifer, and I am Martini. Yeah, we're going to discuss this topic. I don't know if it's necessarily relevant to what's going on in any of our lives, but it is an important discussion to have because everybody comes into anybody else's lives unexpectedly, and everybody has a story to tell. I remember when I forget how the meme goes, but probably you've seen this already, Jennifer, where the meme is like, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, don't judge somebody on the chapter that you walked in on.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
You know what I'm saying? So and I like that meme a lot. Like that's a very interesting
take on it.
Yeah, very interesting take because you know, you can meet somebody or they could be like a bitch or like an asshole, but like, you know, take time to maybe, you know, figure them out because you don't know what they've just experienced, you know, and they could be like a really like cool person underneath that bitchiness or assholeness or whatever. Well, I mean,
yeah.
not so. Yeah, but definitely, yeah. Should you be an open book to your boo? Yeah. So we'll definitely discuss that.
Anything exciting going on in your world?
No, not really. It's just, yeah, it's just been really quiet.
January and February are like blah months.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason March has any like for me is because it's my birthday month.
Right. No, it's just been pretty quiet. I don't know, for some reason though, I don't know. I mean, every once in a while, I guess this might be a bad comparison, but like how women like get into like heat sometimes. Like
okay.
No, like they're like, oh, you know, like I want some, whatever, blah blah blah. Like me, I've just been like been thinking like, man, like. You know, like I really like want a chick, but obviously, you know, I'm on
6 months isn't up.
Yeah, I know. But another thing is that like I've been trying to, I don't know, for some reason I've just been like looking at people and you can't do this because it'll never happen. You know, try to make like the perfect quote unquote like girl.
Not possible. Yeah, I don't know why you're wasting your time, but
no, not even that. But I'm just like, what am I looking for? Because some people you're like, what are you looking for? And like, I don't know, you know. So like, instead of asking myself what I'm looking for, it's more like what.
Well.
Okay.
Not to cut you off.
But you did. But go ahead.
Because you're looking for something that I don't know if you're going to find. So I started listening to today because I'm lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Audible books. I listen to Audible books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really lazy. Really lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of April's book club.
Oh, okay.
The last 2 books were not on Audible. Didn't read them. I just didn't have time.
Right.
I felt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this book by Deepak Chopra, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that April suggested that I read, and it's called The Ultimate Happiness Prescription. And it's the 7 keys to joy and enlightenment. Okay. I only got through chapter 1 when I did my walk today. So today I decided that like I need to do some like health and wellness inventory, and I took my ass for a walk.
Okay.
And I listened to this book for a half hour, and I plan on doing that again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And happiness starts with you.
Right. So
looking for somebody perfect.
Go ahead.
Don't fucking give me that face.
No, I'm not looking for somebody perfect. Like I'm not.
Looking for somebody perfect is like you're looking. If you think love or a relationship or anything is going to make you happy, like basically what he says in chapter 1. Mm-hmm. He says it's not.
Right.
That happiness starts with you, and that some people are just predispositioned to be unhappy. Mm-hmm. I get very worried about that. Mm-hmm. About not just you, but others.
Right.
So I was just like, So you're sitting here saying, oh, I wonder if there's a perfect person out there. No.
No, I know that there isn't. I mean, that'd be foolish to think that. No, but I'm like, there's things that like I see. Okay, there's qualities. There you go. Like there's qualities that I see in people that I'm like, oh, like that's a good quality that I would like, in like a future like person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's good, or like, and there'll be like other qualities I see in somebody else. I'm like, oh no, I wouldn't want that. You know?
Right.
But yeah, I know it's stupid to try to like make a perfect girlfriend. Like this isn't like weird science or whatever. But it wasn't so much to make the perfect girlfriend, but I was like, okay, what are the things? Because when you get older and older, you just weed out the things that you just don't want, from somebody else, so you don't want to waste any time.
Right.
So like that. So that's. I guess that's kind of like a factor with what I was doing in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like doing that with that person, but I wouldn't want that person to be my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I like the qualities that person has. So, okay, maybe I could look into that. Because the reason why I was thinking about that was because it was a topic that I wanted to do. Well, that I'm planning to do, and that's why you got that message from that guest, because I want that guest to be on there, to be on that show.
Okay.
So so I was planning for a future show, and I was like, oh man, like, what are some of the qualities like that I would want with a person, and that's where it started tumbling down. So I mean, that's what I was pretty much doing, but it's not like a plan that I'm following through with. I was just thinking like, oh, I like that from that person, that from that person, that, so like, why do I like that and stuff, because absolutely you're right, it is hard to find a perfect person, and you shouldn't find a perfect person. Like,
and I've learned now that I'm in a relationship for a year, and everyone kind of said it. Like, I remember, like, I was telling my friend, she was like here today reminding me, I was like, I don't think my boyfriend will ever be an asshole. And she's like, give it time. I'm like, I just don't think I just don't think he has it in him.
Right.
And she's like, no, he's just like giving you his representative.
A year long though? That's
a good representative though.
But that's a good long time to not show the person who you really are. Right. Like, geez, like, well, no, I mean, how much can you? It's not that
that's the thing. I don't really think that it's the person that he is. I still think he's a wonderful, great person. I just think that, like, with all people, like, circumstances and, like, outside stress and blah blah blah.
Oh, like, absolutely, yeah.
Can kind of fuck with you, and then you kind of just like lose your shit.
Yeah, because
I've just learned, like, I haven't really lost my shit like I have in the past, because I guess, like, my last relationship wasn't that long ago. It was only like 2 years ago. Yeah. So, like, I kind of still have the tools to fix things. You know what I mean? Like, whereas his relationship was like super long ago, and he doesn't remember what tools they were.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember. And old Jen would have been like, you motherfucker, and grab a knife, possibly, and flip some tables. Right. But this Jen is like,
you're right.
So it's a little better than last time. Trust, like, I'm like, you think things are bad? Shit. Yeah. Call the last boy. Ask him what happened.
Right.
So
no,
it's all a learning process.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
In other news, I need Samsung to come out with the new Note, whatever they're gonna come out with, because this phone's not doing anything. And if they're listening to our podcast, make it happen.
They got the 8 that's coming out.
Not soon enough, Martini.
All right. Yeah.
It's like April. Who can wait that long?
It's like.
And in new news, who gives a fuck that Beyonce's having twins?
Yo, I was just about to say, I wanted to bring that up. Like, I was on Instagram, and like,
who?
Like 9.
One, that picture is hideous. No one should ever wear that bra.
Thank you. Well, not even that. Like, all right, hold on. We gotta back up. So, like, seriously, like, I went on my IG, just like look at my photos, whatever, and then we'll look at my people, whoever I'm following, and then, like, yo, like 10 straight people reposted that one photo.
Right.
And at first, I mean, obviously it's Beyonce, but I was like, this is a crappy photo. Like what? Like it looks like, and I'm getting on myself. Like this, it looks like a picture that I would have took when I used to work at Sears Portrait Studio. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked really cheap and like it was just like just done.
The flowers look like they were like Walmart special.
Yeah, it's
leftovers.
like it's like prop. Well, I mean, obviously they were props, but like it's just like all right, we're gonna take the flower.
And then she just has like a sheer sheet over her head
and just chilling. And I'm just
terrible.
Like, what is this? And then like, and then yeah, there was like so many people. At least one person that I followed was just like, I don't know why I'm so happy. Like she's a part of my family or something.
I don't know why either.
And I was just like, I mean, granted, I understand, if you like a person, whatever, like me, I'm so happy that, what's it called?
Ferrell had triplets?
Oh, well, yeah, no. I guess I'm happy about that too. But no, that M. Night's movie made $100 million. Like in second week in a row.
I really need to see that.
So I was very happy about that because the budget was only like $10 million. So I was like, yes.
I guess I don't like love anything other than like my real people like enough to care.
No. But like but I'm not acting like he's my boy. I'm just glad that
like we got that money at night.
Yeah, it's like I like him as a director and I love his movies and I like him. So I'm like I'm so happy for him. Like because I read that that was his money that he used.
Dope word.
Yeah, so like
I heard the movie's fire.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah.
I heard Split is really awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Don't read anything about it.
I'm not. I'm going to see it ASAP.
Good.
Well, or I'm waiting for it to come on Cody. Whatever. Fuck the noise. Like, movies are expensive.
Don't make us get shut down by whatever.
iPick is like $25 a ticket.
What?
iPick.
What's iPick?
It's like that fancy schmancy theater in Fort Lee.
Oh, okay.
$25 a ticket. 2 tickets, $50.
What's so fancy about it?
You like sit in your own pod with a blanket and a pillow.
Okay. Well, stop going to those fancy. you don't need to be baller status.
I know.
You can go to a AMC.
I'm not too good for that.
Or like your local theater. Jeez.
I know. I don't really go there. I do go to the dine-in theater sometimes.
Right.
But.
Oh, well, that's still expensive too. Eat before, and then go
no,
to
it's like $16 for the dine-in and like $25.
I've done that once. The dine-in theater. It was cool, but I don't like. I want to watch the movie. I don't want the person to come. What would you like? And I'm like, damn it, you're making me miss the best part.
Right.
Or whatever.
The guy did come during the movie, and I was like, yo.
No, it happens. Like, yeah, you can.
No, I know.
Yeah, you can order whenever you want during the movie. I'm like, yo, F that.
So I don't know. We really got like off track, but yeah, fuck that. I mean, congratulations, Beyonce, but really, who cares? Something that we kind of do and do not care about also. Jamie and Doug from Married at First Sight, since that was one of our favorite shows, made another. They lost their baby 6 months ago, and now they've.
Oh, really?
And now they've made an announcement that she's 10 weeks pregnant. You're not really supposed to announce that, but she's
that is too soon, right? That's not 3 months, right?
No, it's
3
not.
3 months is what?
12 weeks.
Yes. No, is it?
Or more. Yeah, it's 4 times 3 is 12.
Where's the 4 coming from?
4 weeks in a month.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where's the 4?
I told you
Osmosis.
I don't know math. I don't know math.
I made it up.
No. Yeah.
So it should have been like 12 to 15 weeks that she should have said something.
Yeah. Oh, not even.
Like, and she doesn't even have like a pudge yet.
Yeah, just wait.
And she's just like, I don't care.
Granted, I'm not a woman, so I know.
Right. So
I know women are like.
She did put out like an Instagram post saying like, I don't care. Like, I know you're supposed to wait, but we were so excited, and we feel like this is like a blessing from God, and like a lot of women don't say. A lot of women can't like grieve if they lose their baby because they haven't told anybody yet.
That's true.
So I'm telling people, and I'm just like, again, like,
yeah, but
I don't know. I just felt like cringy for her. So I do pray to whoever everyone prays to, or each his own, like that she does like have the baby and
go absolutely.
well, and that's like perfect for them, and it's like such a cute little love story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like her, but I don't want her to not like lose her kid again. She deserves her child. I mean, that's what she's literally been wanting
for like since season one.
her entire existence on reality TV. So I want her to end with a happy story. But yeah, and I do get what she says, that when somebody has a miscarriage, they she's not she's not allowed to grieve. But at the same time, I remember when a personal friend of mine, he last year he announced that he was having a kid with his wife, and then they soon like lost it like in I don't know like in the summer months, but that's the thing, if you announce it, that's great, but when it's supposed to happen and it's like, yo, what happened?
I had a friend like
you don't want the whole world, your whole world to be like, oh, what happened? Because you just want to shut away, you just want to shut down and have everybody go away. So
I had a friend who was like kind of just like MIA for a while, and then like finally she came out and she was like, oh, remember when I didn't talk to you and I wasn't able to come out for your birthday? She's like, I was pregnant with triplets and I lost them. And she said that she was like 5 months along.
Yeah.
And then like it took a while for her to like terminate them and stuff. So
yeah, and that's the thing.
But like I was like, damn, who knew? Like she didn't tell anybody, and like that's crazy. But like when she told me and she confided in me, of course, like I still felt the same amount of sympathy for her. But like I can't imagine. Like when I went to the doctor told me that like I have a high risk of miscarriage. I don't know if I can mentally do that.
Me personally, I don't think you can. I don't.
Whoa.
That's not to say that you're weak, but I'm just saying that like who can. If a doctor's like, yeah, you have I do
think if I like mentally prepare myself for like anything could happen, but like once you feel it move inside you, you're like, oh my god, this shit is real.
Yeah, like I believe obviously every woman can endure that, because if they can endure birth, then they can endure like the miscarriage. But
also part of the book, he says that bad things happen to you and that it may like put your happiness on halt, but it's just about how you get over those things that make you who you are.
Right.
So
like I believe like every woman can like endure, but it's just that like if you can avoid it,
I know, but I mean, it's a risk that everybody takes, and it's just
absolutely.
Like it's a beautiful thing to like.
The thing that I don't like, even though you can't do anything about it, is that like I wish there was a window where it's like, okay, now you're free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like in the first three, like let's say in like the first 3 months, like it can happen, but like if you hit like month 6, like you're good.
I think if you hit month 6, you are kind of. I mean, anything could happen, but like let's say you go early, like you could just have the baby and then they got to put him in an incubator.
Oh, you mean premature? You mean?
Yeah, I think I was like a month early. I was tiny. Anyway. That has nothing to do with the topic.
It's fine,
But like, shooting the shit here.
Exactly.
Hope you guys enjoyed that.
But anyway, to revert back, I was just like bullshitting in my head, like the different properties and stuff. Because, sometimes, I miss it. And I guess it's because the reason why I guess it got brought up in my head, because everybody's jumping, what is it? Not jumping the shark.
Jumping the broom?
No. Everybody's prematurely talking about Valentine's Day.
Oh. Yeah, I saw you had like a couple posts you were really angry about that. It's like 2 weeks away. Calm down.
No, well, but before, it was like 4 weeks away. I'm just like, yo, it's not even February
I don't think me and my
down.
boyfriend are going to celebrate Valentine's Day.
But isn't that your anniversary?
Yeah, but according to him, it's not now. So no,
that's convenient.
Like,
hey, babe, I was anniversary.
I guess we're gonna like celebrate the fact. We're gonna like celebrate the fact that we start talking on like Valentine's Day. Shut up.
It's just funny, yeah. Are we celebrating Valentine's Day? Nah.
Like we ain't
doing that.
I have something planned.
Okay.
But like I'm just gonna surprise him with like a little something.
Okay, that's good.
But like I don't know what he has up his sleeve. If anything, he's like, sleeve. I'm wearing a tank top, bitch. So like we're not gonna really do that. Like we're gonna kind of like in April we went to the botanical gardens on what I didn't think was a date, but was a date.
Okay.
And where he bought me.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
Where he like bought me like a gift there and everything, and I didn't know it was even for me. It was weird.
Yeah.
So we're kind of gonna make like that time our like 1 year anniversary, but we're still gonna like celebrate the stuff in between. Like Valentine's Day, I guess we'll kind of just like can be like, yay, we've known each other now for a year.
Yeah.
And then
at least that's like official.
And then like I think it was like March 24th was like the first time we went on our first real date. Like we met at Starbucks once, but our first real date was like March 24th.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we should totally go back to like the restaurant where we went to for our first date. So he was like, yeah, we could do that. And then that's I guess cute. In April, and then my birthday is in March. Holla. And so I guess like
just throwing that in there.
I'm just trying to make myself feel good about getting older. That's not happening.
No, but it's a good thing, like
I'm grateful to be older. I am, but it's just kind of like
no, it's a good three-peat. You know what I'm saying? You got the February with the Valentine's Day with the boo. You got March with the birthday with the boo, and then you got April when you go to the restaurant with the boo. So it's good.
That's like our official
that's awesome.
1 year of being enmeshed with each other, seeing each other every weekend.
Yeah.
We don't remember when we first kissed. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not.
I'm not going back to listen.
I know.
That's a long time ago, and I wouldn't even know where. I guess I could. What's it called? You can round it out, obviously.
Yeah.
There's only 4 episodes.
I think it was in May somewhere.
Right.
In May.
Yeah.
So.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool if you found. Well, it's only 4 episodes, but that'd be cool if you. Well, I don't know if you actually said it on the podcast, but let's say you did. That'd be cool to listen to it. Not on the date, but like together. You know what I'm saying? No. Just to see how far, just to see how it progressed. I would really love for you to find the first episode where you actually talk about him. I would love to just see your faces. I would love to be a fly on the wall. She's like, yeah, seen this guy. He's alright. He'd be like, word? Just alright? I would love to see that. I would love to see that. That'd be me if I did that. But I ain't talking about no chick on this podcast. But no, because the thing is, obviously I'll talk about chicks on the podcast. But the thing that I don't like is that
it's a digital imprint.
But like I don't mind talking about women on the podcast. It's just that I don't like it if I mentioned you and now you're gone.
Well, it's part of life.
It is part of life. But the thing is that you can always be a part of my life, but I'm no longer in yours. That's the thing that I don't like.
You think way too much about that.
But that's what it is. A lot of people don't think about that.
She's only a part of your life because she was mentioned on a digital podcast. But the fact of the matter is that you go about your day and she doesn't even matter. She doesn't. Don't make her. She really doesn't fucking matter.
Well, that's multiple people. But I'm just saying, like, thank goodness. No, but I'm saying that thank goodness I only let that out once,
Anyway.
As opposed to like all the chicks that I've talked about,
So when you are in a relationship, do you divulge everything? Sometimes too much. Yes. He told his ex-girlfriend that he was still butthurt over me, so...
Wait, what?
I said you told your ex-girlfriend that you were like butthurt over me.
Oh, the ex-fiance. I'm like, who are you talking about right now?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, you gotta tell the person. Well, first you have to know who this person is in your life. This person's a jump off. F it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you nothing. But like if you're trying to build something, you need to let the person know where you're at.
Did Randy go see his girlfriend? Sorry.
No, it's
fleeting
fine.
Thoughts.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry for our listeners who were paying attention last week. Randy did go see his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Good job, Randy.
He went to go see his girlfriend, and then she came up here the next day. So they spent like a good, I don't know, at least 12 hours with each other.
Perfect.
12 plus, I should say.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway. So if she's a jump off, then no.
Right.
Then you don't tell her shit.
No.
Like, no.
But if you're trying to cultivate something, yeah, she should know what she's getting into, because you need to worry about your time, and you need to also be thoughtful and worry about hers. She has shit to do too. She maybe she doesn't have time for your shenanigans, and and that's fine. If you don't have time for her, then if she doesn't have time for you when you say whatever you're into, then she could be off on her way and then do whatever she needs to do.
I suppose.
But I think you should. But like from what I was like reading all these articles, there are certain things that you don't need to say like up front to like scare the person away. And I just thought that was very interesting. But yeah, I believe that you should feel the person out first, and then you can decide what that person can handle, and what you need to reserve until a later date.
I think it's also how you say things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't like be like, hi,
how I do a podcast.
Hi, I'm Jessica. Hi, I'm Martina. I got 5 kids. Like,
right.
What?
It's like, I do a podcast with my friend Martini. Side note, I used to date him.
That's true too. That's a very good point that you brought up. I believe maybe it was like our second or third date that I told Yoga Chick about that, because it's a varied thing. Because I think,
I don't know, like to us, I feel like it's no big deal, but I guess to other people, like it's just like.
Well, I mean, it's because I believe we made a topic about this, or we can have one, but like, still being in contact with your ex. A lot of people don't like that, because people are like, oh, you'll probably go back or whatever, or that person's still around. So you're just like, So you need to put, even though we know we're cool, you need to put it in that other person's head. Be like, no, it's not what your mind is going to bring you towards, once I say this. So yeah, I believe with Yoga Chick I told fairly quickly, but with Religious Girl I told a little later on. But I never told her about the podcast. No, I told her about the podcast, but I didn't tell her like how to find it. But yeah, but with Yoga Chick, I told it sooner. I think it was because I thought that like she was gonna stay, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me say this so I can get that awkwardness out of the way. So, but yeah, that was a very good point for bringing that up. How long did you wait to tell your man?
I think like immediately, because before we even met, like I remember telling him about it. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I told him. I don't know if I told him it's like with my ex. I don't know. I don't know how I framed that. But I told him. I mean, he knows. And I guess he was kind of like uncomfortable about it. But I mean, I guess he's over it now. I don't think he listens anymore. We've lost a listener. For good reasons.
Right.
But
yeah. Yeah, it all depends, because I remember when Yoga Chick would tell me about things that, not that I like looked at her at a different light, but I was just like, oh, this is a lot of information to take in. Oh, it was when it was like our first like real like all day date, with the apple picking thing.
Yeah.
When I was betrayed, but when we played the end. And, obviously the and gets you talking. Right. So, like, she let me in on some things, and I was just like, wow. I don't know if anybody else would have, like, freaked out at a later date, but me, I don't know, just being prepared with stuff like that, with the and just being in tune with, like, my emotions and stuff. I took it in, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, this is what I'm going to be dealing with.
Right.
All right, cool. So maybe other people would have been like, whoa, it's a little too soon to like know about that stuff. But I guess it all depends.
So what does the article say? Any pros or cons of being more like open
or reserved? Yeah. So this is from your favorite website, Psychology Today. Yes. And it's called Relationship Secrets, When to Tell or Not to Tell. And it just pretty much talks about, let's see, right here. Well, let me just read this. It says, I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that many people believe marital happiness requires complete and full disclosure. The long-time relationship Bible, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, taught us that clear communication was the best policy. Now, those reading 50 Shades of Grey were convinced that sharing their deepest sexual fantasies will improve intimacy too. Others, following Don Draper's character on Mad Men, are certain his secrets will ultimately destroy his marriage. In truth, most successful long-term relationships are based on strong emotional and physical connections, but intimacy isn't necessarily equated with complete honesty. There are many couples that don't tell all, yet maintain a trusting, fulfilling relationship. Likewise, there are some couples that suffer a great deal when well-kept secrets, or ultimately revealed ones, lead to mistrust and hurt. Below is a list of 5 commonly kept secrets and suggestions about whether it might be best to tell or not to tell your partner about them. Number 1, so happens to be Jennifer's favorite show, The Affair.
Yes.
Revealing an ongoing affair or divulging one from your past has wreaked havoc among many married or long-term partners. While affairs remain a serious breach of trust today, experts are beginning to understand that not all are a direct path to separation or divorce. Some severe highlight already existing relationship problems and can actually promote working on them.
I don't think that's what happened in the show.
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, your debt. Keeping a mate in the dark about debt is never a good thing. Many couples today enter long-term relationships burdened with college loans, credit card debt, or little money in the bank. Learning about these money matters later almost always leads to feelings of betrayal and mistrust. Number 3, lack of libido and impotence. How many women keep their disinterest in sex a secret and fake their orgasms? How many men keep their Viagra in some hiding place? While these secrets are more common among midlifers when hormonal shifts impact sexual performance, some younger couples avoid intimacy altogether rather than to reveal their lack of interest. As open as we are about eroticism and pornography in today's culture, sexual secrets are kept between partners. Some view a lack of arousal as an inadequacy, a lack of femininity or masculinity. Yet partners can misinterpret physical disinterest as a lack of a mutual interest. Number 4 is past bad behavior. The decision to share past illegal or immoral activities is complicated. Some are no-brainers. Crimes or jail time are best revealed and explained, as they are available on public record. Keeping them hidden can create enormous guilt, and if exposed, can cause deep fear that the behavior could be repeated. And number 5, eating disorders, alcohol, or drug use. You'd be surprised how often these disorders remain hidden from even best friends, husbands, and wives. Many couples fear their addiction, past or present, will cause a loss of respect, while often it's the secrecy that does.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it is pretty deep. Yeah, definitely if you've had an affair, like, that's interesting. Because, like, I know that maybe this might not be the same. But don't you know, like, let's say you had a male friend, right, Jen?
Okay.
And he's going out with a girl, whatever, and they're engaged and about to be married, whatever. Mm-hmm. And you know this dude is a player. He might not be playing his fiance right now.
Okay.
But, like, you know that, like, he has done some shit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's not your place to say something, or whatever. Maybe it is. Mm-hmm. But, like, you know how this person is. So it's like, do you think that the person should tell the fiance, like, yo, I used to be, like, you know, a player, like, back in the day or whatever? You know what I mean? Or like, you know, let's say if
it depends on who's your friend.
Right.
If you don't know the girl, then no.
Right. Okay. Cause, like, I know, cause, like, sometimes, like, I have friends and I'm just like, wow. It's like, yo, if you knew your husband before, like, he was your husband, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, like, if you knew your husband back in the day, like, you probably wouldn't have married him, you know, because this guy went in, you know. But I guess, you know, people can change their ways. But it's just like, but it's like, wow, some people can, like, get away with a lot. So
yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on where your loyalty lies. But I mean, I don't know. As long as they're, like, being just, like, respectful,
mm-hmm.
then.
And I totally get number 2 with debt, like, because you need to. Debt is a beast. You know, debt is a monster, and everybody should tackle their debt, but you should definitely tell your significant other, because you never know, that person can help you out. So and you guys can, like, tackle it together.
That was, yeah. And especially since once you get married, you kind of like just
inherit it. Right. Yeah. So you definitely, you inherit it. You definitely inherit that debt. But again, I don't think you should withhold that information because you guys can like tackle it together. You shouldn't have that, even though it's your burden. Obviously, it shouldn't be a burden that you handle on your own.
Yeah, it's definitely something you should discuss. Absolutely. I mean, I think you should discuss everything. I mean, I think there's sometimes like where you like feel something and you feel like, well, that has to do with me and my family, so like I shouldn't tell my partner what's happening. But you know, maybe that person can offer like support or advice that you may not have otherwise thought of on your own. And furthermore, like that's what being a team is about.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to be a team, you shouldn't be in a relationship. That's just my only piece of advice.
Yeah.
So.
No, absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if other people have like encountered this, if they feel like certain things aren't, you know, my partner's business. Like my mom and dad tell each other everything. So like if there's something going on with my dad's sister, you know, they're a unit. Aunt? Yeah.
Okay.
But like no, like I'm
that's just weird.
I'm specifying because it could be like my mom's sister, because like you know what I'm saying, like
right.
Why would my dad be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you about your sister? So like he'll like talk to her about it or vice versa. Like you know, he pretty much knows everything. Like I don't know. I mean, obviously he's not gonna like say something if she confides to him and says like, oh, you know, my friend's going through X, Y, and Z. She's not gonna like. He's not going to be like, oh, hey, so-and-so, heard your husband's an asshole and a drunk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
whoa.
And that's the thing. Like, you guys should know, like, what could be said and what not can be said and, like, you know, have, like, that unspoken rule within each other. But you should be able to confide in that person. That person should be your best friend.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, if something happens, like, we were walking around the store the other day, and I kind of was, like, looking at my phone, and I got a text from my ex. And he asked me, like, oh, how's your heart? You know, because he saw I had posted something. I wasn't feeling good. And then I was like, everything's fine, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, you get to live another day and fight the good fight. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And he's like, my boyfriend's like, what? And I was like, nothing. My ex just texted me. Like, I kind of really didn't have to tell him that, but, like, I kind of made an out loud comment. And then, like, I go, I don't know, I guess it was nice of him to check on me. And then he's like, oh, it was nice of him to check on you. He's like, just like I checked on my ex. I was like, me and my ex broke up 2 years ago and we're still friends. You and your ex broke up 8 years ago and y'all don't talk anymore.
Right.
Big difference.
And what do you say?
He just stopped talking. Like, and,
facts.
And I didn't know if it was because, like, he thought I was right or he thought he was right and didn't want to get into a bigger argument.
Right.
But it's just, like, it's not the same, my dude. Like, it's not.
Nah.
But, like, I was just like, oh.
But I get both exchanges why that happened. But I love shutdowns. Like, I'm sorry, that's just me.
Like, nah.
Just like, wait, let me tell you about yourself for a quick second. And then like, boom.
Like, he helped me through this issue. Did you help her through all her car accidents?
Right.
And you're like her car accident guru? No, not the same.
Yeah.
If Brooklyn had surgery, I found out through the interwebs and a friend. I didn't call Brooklyn up and be like, good luck with your surgery. Did you survive surgery? No, fuck it, motherfucker. Do you?
Right.
Like, heard you had surgery. Cool. I'm not going to hit him up.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
We've been broken up for years. We don't talk. We're not friends. We don't like each other.
Right.
He hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck. I mean, if something happened to him, I'd be really sad. I'd be like, oh, man, that's crazy. Somebody I cared about, something happened to.
Exactly.
I'm not going to hit you up.
Somebody that you cared about. You're just like, oh, man. Like,
see,
damn.
but then, like, that's the thing. Like, my boyfriend did feel the need to tell me that he spoke to his ex that day. Like, he was honest with me and told me. And I appreciated that.
That's good, too, yeah.
But I didn't like it, of course. I was like,
And I'm sure he didn't like the heart attack remark. Oh, heart attack. Whoa.
Right.
The heart thing remark.
No, I mean, I don't think he cares. Like, I don't think he thinks, like, he's a threat. Like, I've explained to him, like, two people just gave up. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I'm not going to be a quitter this time. Like, unless something bad happens, like you cheat.
Right.
But why quit? For what?
Yeah.
We're already a year in and this isn't that bad.
Right, yeah.
So, you know.
Dive in.
Lego.
I was reading this other article and I didn't even realize that it was from strictly a male's point of view about what you should and shouldn't tell. And I thought it was very interesting that it was just strictly from like the male point of view. Just I guess to give us a leg up on the opposite sex or whatever. But this is from askmen.com, and gave a couple things what you should and shouldn't conceal. So this is things that you should conceal. One is you have an awkward drawback, which means if you suffer from an embarrassing but treatable disorder, you don't want to overwhelm her immediately. If you're dyslexic or have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, for example, telling her during the third date is not pertinent to the success of the relationship. Wait a couple months to make sure she'll still be around, and once you feel comfortable enough with her, reveal your issue. How do you feel about that?
I think that's about right. I mean, there were some things that like my boyfriend told me, and he waited some time before he told me, and I mean, I think once you have that bond, like I didn't have any like, I kind of like briefed over my heart condition thing, but then like once things started to like happen, I kind of like told him, but then like he kind of just said, I was like, I don't know if that's gonna be a problem for you, and he just kept saying like, I know you now. And I was like, okay, but and then they got to the point where it was like not just like I know you, but it was just like it's like I love you now, so
yeah,
your problems are my problems. So,
yeah.
But yeah, you can just meet somebody. You're like, hey, what's up? I have a heart condition, and I don't know. There's people just like what?
The second thing is your income. You want to make sure she loves you for you and not your bank account. Chances are she'll figure out your financial standing on her own, but keep your bank book tucked away just the same until you know for sure that she's truly in love with you and won't care about how fat or thin your wallet is.
We figure out everything on our own, so just anyway.
Jeez. Another one is, the last one for things that you should conceal is how many women you've slept with.
Yeah, we haven't had the conversation. We need to. It's not important.
It's like, does she really need to know that she's number 42 on your list of sexual escapades? Having a relatively long list doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get serious. It just means you had a few more flings than the average guy. Nothing wrong with that. But since she may not see it that way, steer clear of actual figures. The numbers themselves do little to advance a relationship and will only cause frivolous strain between the two of you. So yeah, if you haven't had that talk yet, I don't think you should. But that's me. That's that's my advice to y'all. But y'all can do whatever you want. You've gone a year without me and my advice, so you're good. I'm just saying, I don't know how good or bad they'll do. Things you should reveal: that you cheated on her or someone else. Your best bet, if you truly care about her, is to come clean about your adulterous past, or present as the case may be, because there's every chance in the world she will find out. Another one is where you see the relationship going. Don't lead her on. If you don't see the relationship becoming serious, you should fill her in. If you're only looking for a fling while she's looking for a man to father her future children, you need to set things straight before she gets her hopes up. And, no, that's not the last one. You have or have had any STDs. This isn't the time to be playing, I've got a secret. Things may get physical quickly, and your sexual-related medical history needs to be addressed, especially since her health is also at stake. And also, where you're going. Don't confuse this with asking for permission. You shouldn't need clearance to hang out with the boys, but you should at least have the courtesy of telling her where you're going and when you'll be back. Telling her your destination up front will alleviate her suspicions and earn you some bonus points. Besides, if she really trusts you, she won't have a problem with where you're going. Unless, of course, it's blatantly scandalous, but I digress. But then it also says the joy of secrets. There's also something to be said for the exhilarating curiosity that can arise from being with someone that you don't know everything about. Withholding key, albeit harmless, tidbits of information about yourself can add a sense of mystery that in turn will keep the relationship fresh as she learns something new about you each day.
Okay.
So yeah.
I do agree with all of that.
I do agree with that.
So I don't know if we're at the meme of the day.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So the meme says, not telling me something or hiding something on purpose is just the same as lying.
Wait, say that again?
Not telling me something. It's a little different it's a different spin on where we were going with this conversation, but this is the other side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like not telling me something or hiding something on purpose is just the same as lying.
Oh, like, what was it?
Like I ran into my ex today.
Like absence of omission, just like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's just like.
Like you didn't lie to me, but you didn't tell me the whole truth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's fine. That kind of rolls into what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like some things are little and some things are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's good.
God, these damn Beyonce memes. Nobody cares. Still.
No, a lot of people care. The Beehive cares a lot.
Who's gonna care when I have twins?
We all will. Like the Beloved Beyond cast. Like our fans, they're gonna care. They're like, oh my god, like yo, once you put that on Instagram, our Instagram, it's gonna blow up, yo. It's gonna be our most popular picture.
I'm gonna take like a better picture than that.
Please.
I don't have a brown bra though, so.
Please take a much better picture than that. But not yet. What? Yo. Once you pop out those things, no, not even pop out when you announce it. What? Yo.
Oh my god.
Beloved Beyond's gonna go crazy. Like, yes, I don't believe it.
Nobody's gonna care.
Yes. Yeah.
My mom and maybe my.
No, they're gonna care
husband.
because we have people who listen to us, who have listened till since day one. We got people in the Netherlands listening.
What up, Netherlands?
Okay. Australia is popping off.
What up?
I can bring up the map right now if you want me to.
No, it's good. I believe you. I believe you.
But, yeah, they're going to care. A lot of people are going to care. I'm telling you, watch. You put that on IG, done.
Guys, one more week and our contest will be... Oh, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be a day, right?
Yeah, but by the time this comes out, it'll be tomorrow.
Tomorrow our contest will be announced.
Yeah.
Maybe we've won and maybe we have not won.
Yeah, so if you want to wait with bated breath like us, just look at our Twitter and you'll see we'll definitely announce that like, yo, we won or we lost or whatever.
We didn't win, but thank you for entering us.
I truly believe that we are gonna win, but if we don't win, we're gonna be in the top 3 because there's like there's first, second, third, yeah. and I believe there's like not podcast of the year, but like People's Choice or something like that, the People's Choice Award for like their favorite podcast. So there's that too. I believe we're gonna win something. If not the big prize, we're gonna win something. And if we don't, we don't. Whatever. I mean, you're still rocking with us. We still have good content, and we're glad that you love listening to us.
True.
So that's it. But yeah, that is the end of our show. So what do you guys think? Should you be an open book to your boo, or you should be like, nah, I'm not telling this chick nothing?
To tell or not to tell? That is the question.
Exactly. So hit us up at Gmail at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com, or you can go to our website www.bedlovebeyond.com and look at these articles and much more. You can phone or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233, or you can talk to our fans on our Facebook page, facebook.com/bedlovebeyond, or you can follow us at bedlovebeyond on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. And with the YouTube, it's taking very long to do. I'm sorry, but we will try to get our episodes on there. We're still talking about that, but we still want to say that we're onto YouTube because we literally are. But we're trying to figure out if we're going to still do that.
We have a cool little demo on there if anyone's like, well, what's the podcast about?
Yeah,
really?
yeah. If you
can just share our demo with them and they'll be like, oh, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And also, too, we just want to alert you guys that we are changing our format for a bit. We're going to go bi-weekly now because we just have a lot of things on our plate and we want to give the podcast the utmost respect and due diligence to make it the best podcast that you listen to. So with that, we have to make it bi-weekly because just our personal lives are just really wrecking us, so we just need the time to rectify that. But we will definitely still have episodes coming just on a bi-weekly stature. All right.
Yep.
So thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.